We started the podcast off with the famous phrase, "You need bigger problems," which you uttered to me over text message. And I feel like I have one such problem to bring to the table.
Oh,
today.
good. You've got a bigger problem.
Yeah.
Excellent.
My favourite pasta sauce has been discontinued.
I feel like that is a big problem. I know that you're trying to make light of what you think is not a big problem, but something that you really love being discontinued is a big problem for me.
It's affected me greatly. And
it does. I'm with you.
So I was a big fan of Five Brothers, specifically
interesting.
The Five Cheeses sauce that they put out.
Oh, wow. Do you think they just can't afford that many cheeses? I can imagine the Five Brothers all arguing and they're like, no, I want a mozzarella sauce. And no, I want a cheddar sauce. Well, I want a tasty cheese sauce. I want gorgonzola. Okay, we have the 5 cheese sauce. We cannot compromise. We make a 5 cheese sauce.
I feel like you only listed 4 cheeses. It's really...
The other brother
niggling.
Wasn't there. He came later.
Okay.
It's niggling at you that I only mentioned 4 cheeses?
Yeah, I'm like, you got so close to, like, if you had have just listed 3 brothers and their cheeses, I'm like, okay, that's the comedy rule of 3s. But when there's 5 and you listed 4, I'm like, just go the extra mile. Chuck in a
fine.
pecorino.
And the final brother was late, and then they were shipping it out, and he's like, if you don't put the pecorino in this, I leave the bees in this.
Thank you, I appreciate that. I imagine that's exactly how it was supposed to have been devised.
I think it was. But what I'm saying is now they've got the issue that one of the brothers is like, okay, we've got a problem. This is no longer financially sustainable. We can't keep sending 5 cheeses to everybody. And they're like, well, if it's not 5 cheeses, it's no cheeses. I'm out of this business. And that is what happened, Ben.
Maybe that was the thing. It's like, we
the
don't
5
want to lower
brothers, it's like, if I can't have you, no one can. So none of the brothers wanted to drop their sauce specifically. So they went with fine. If none of us can have what we want, we're discontinuing the sauce. It's gorgonzola or nothing.
Maybe it's like a Colonel's Secret Herbs and Spices type situation. It's like, well, there's 11 herbs and spices. If you try
so you
and
feel
pass
like
it off
they
as
accidentally
10,
hit on like an amazing...
Yeah, like this is the combination. We tried to like remove the mozzarella and it didn't work.
So it started as an argument, and then they were like, actually, we were fools. We've accidentally hit upon like the world's greatest sauce.
Yeah, they stumbled upon the secret formula and
and now they're like, we took out the
might.
gorgonzola and it's just not the same. A 4 cheese sauce, who's going to buy that?
Yeah. And so I thought for a while, because I moved apartments like right around the time that it seemingly disappeared from store shelves, I'm like, oh, my local just doesn't stock it. Mm-hmm. But I don't think that's the case. Like, I've been back to the Foodworks where I used to purchase it.
You actually went back there to check?
Yeah, because I'm like, well, I know they've always had it.
So
even they didn't have it.
You're the 6th brother. You're like, it's 5 cheeses.
I wish I was the 6th brother. Then I could get them to make it for me.
If you were the 6th brother, you'd be like, brothers, calm down. There's got to be a way we can do this.
Yeah,
You're like, smaller
I'll
bottles,
bring you back together.
Higher prices. I'll bring you back together.
Yeah, if there's a rift, we can mend it because you're affecting not just yourselves, but the world who loves your 5 cheeses.
I'm actually imagining this is what happened now.
Yeah.
So if there was a 6th brother, you think they could reunite them? They're like, is it like Scrooge or something like that, where he has to see like the impact he's having after his death or something? Like, do you think you could do like the Ghost of Christmas Past?
The ghost of like pasta sauce?
The Ghost of Christmas Pasta, where they had to fly around the world and see like all the people who were like, well, I guess Christmas is ruined. Sorry, friends. There's no 5 cheeses. I guess we'll just eat dry pasta together. And they're like, oh my God, mamma mia.
What have I brought on the world? Yeah.
I need to make things up with Giovanni. I'm sorry I said the gorgonzola was the weakest cheese. I don't know. He's also spent some time in with Dracula.
Sure. Those Italians and Transylvanians, they, hang out quite often.
They do.
Yeah.
A lot of my attempted accents, honestly, a lot of them spent a fair bit of time in India, I would say.
Sure. So So yeah, like I thought, okay, I'm moving house. Like maybe it just, my local doesn't stock it. Turns out that was wrong. During the pandemic, a lot of things have just like temporarily been hard to get in stock. So I'm like, okay,
that is true.
Maybe, just give it a little more time. It'll show up again. But now I've got to the point. I'm like, I don't think this pasta sauce is coming back.
Oh wow!
I'm back on the market for a pasta sauce.
Oh wow! So you're valuable again.
Yeah, but here's the thing. They all suck.
Oh,
I'm like,
wow.
I've tried like...
That's intense.
Well, this is a problem. Like, they're either like too sweet or like too chunky or...
But like you definitely... that's a big call. You said every other pasta sauce in the world sucks.
Well, there's got to be one.
I literally, in my mind, just saw you getting to the border with Italy and they're like, we heard what you said. Your name flashes up red as you try to visit. That's what I'm imagining. I'm glad like your sister has come home from Italy because they wouldn't let you in, I don't think.
If I can get like some Italian nonna to like send me her pasta sauce on a regular basis, I'm down. But like so far my options are limited to whatever is in the supermarkets around me. And I've tried almost every variety or like every brand now. If I run out of pasta sauce... You've got to learn
to love again, Ben. You're basically in the like breakup phase where you're like, I can't find a pasta sauce as good as my old pasta sauce. What if I go looking for a pasta sauce and I find one and then it gets discontinued again? I need a sure thing. Ben, you need to go through like a Stella's got a groove back kind of movement where you're like, I've got to let go of the... Like you need an eat, pray, love. Love pasta sauce.
I've been hurt, and it's going to take some time to mend this saucy heart.
Yeah, I think you need like an eat, pray, love situation.
What do you use? What's your go-to?
I don't have one. Whatever.
You just pick whatever's on the shelf. I've learned to not get attached.
Yeah.
See, that seems madness to me. Like,
I learned not to get attached, Ben.
Yeah, I know, but then you don't know what you're going to get. Like,
that's life. Eat, pray, love, baby.
But are you satisfied with every bottle?
Am I satisfied?
I feel like that's like it's a key ingredient weird. When you're making like.
You're honestly the weirdest person I know.
Well, I don't want to.
Satisfied at every bottle. I'm not having sex with it.
Maybe you're doing it wrong.
I think most people would agree I am not. Were you sleeping with the 5 brothers? Is that what's happened? Is that why you're so hurt?
Just 3 of the 5.
Yeah, literally. You're like, how could you do this to me? Now I see why this is so hard for you to love again. I'm like, gee, Ben is really taking this hard. And now I'm like, well, I see why.
Midnight Crisis.